We have to say, knowing the fact that we were facing one tough team, knowing the fact that we played against them 3 times in the previous period in the friendlies and in the competition, we knew before the game that the game will be tough with many duels, fighting for a second ball, so-called, fighting for every ball, for every inch of the field. We knew that small details can make difference, and these small details, if we speak about end of the first half and the beginning of the second half, caused the defeat. And these things like gave you the negative influence, the negative moment, and at the end it gave us negative result. When you face these kind of opponents, when you play these kind of games, you must be always 100% concentrated. You must always 100% ready in order to achieve the points, in order to win games. Knowing that fact, we had those moments, especially in the last moment of the first half, where there was no need to make that penalty. But you know, sometimes in those moments, with the heartbeat, with the reaction of certain players, you make those mistakes, and hopefully that it will not happen in the future. So sometimes the players, they need to make those mistakes in order to understand that these things can bring nothing but bad influence to the game. So you know, these things, like, they happen. It's a football. We have to stay positive to find out the things for the next games, and that just going to continue being positive, continue being hard working, trying to build up further on, and trying to achieve points till the end. Yeah, you know, when you face again, when you face the opponents like our last night's opponent, you know that the game will get that character, because you know that in that game you will not see many of football beauty. You will see only but putting the balls in front, fighting for duels, fighting for second balls, because that's the style that our opponents like to play, putting you in a direct football style where you have to be ready to respond on that. And then in the moment when you have the ball, you have to be capable of creating something. In the first half, we knew that till the moment where our opponents are physically in a shape where they want to make and create that danger and create that style of play, we knew that they will be putting as much as possible balls back to our camp, back to in front of our goals. And I think that in the first half we were controlling these moments. We were controlling the situation, and after 10-15 minutes we started regaining the control of the game, regaining the possession, trying to build up something. But however, it was hard. And then, knowing that fact that we had to avoid the moments to make some fouls around the 16, to make these possibilities for them that they could score, it happened at the last minute of the first half, where there was no need to do it so. But anyway, knowing when you face those teams that you have to be ready, because football, it's not only just a beauty of playing nice, passing the ball nice, because sometimes, or very often, you will face the teams who will like to play this type of direct football, putting the ball in front, jumping, fighting, getting a created chaos or created mess in front of your box, trying to achieve things. And our last night's opponent is the team that they are doing so. So far they're doing it good in this league. They're creating. Every time when they face the opponents who control them, who can later on in the second half explore many other things on the pitch, then you have a chance to beat. Last night we had a strategy. Last night we had a plan. Unfortunately, at the last minute of the first half, we had that small moment. Then we had to modify certain things in the dressing room. We had to modify certain things for the second half. Then again, unfortunately, in the first minute of the second half, you get that reaction again, and then everything just goes down. Then till the end, we wanted just to play our game. Now we are sorry for some other things that happened, like the injuries. So we have now to, again, like I say, stay positive, try to resemble. It's good that we have games now back to back coming in every 3 days. So we'll have to get ready for the next games. He had discomfort during the last training before the game. We didn't want to take any risk. I prefer that the players who are coming to play the game, they are 100% ready. So as a coaching staff, we decided not to take him, because we didn't want to take any risk to damage him, to getting him injured even more, because we would like to use him till the end of the season. Well, you know, in some moments of the game, like I said, when you find yourself under the heartbeat pumping in your chest, and when you have that 1 second to make the decision as a player, you do it or not. Because as a player, I know from previous experiences as a former player, when you face certain situation on the pitch, it's up to you how you will react. Because even like in that second, you cannot get an advice because it goes so fast. Then every action gets a reaction. So, and in a tough games and in a close games like the game was last night, these kind of reactions can cause trouble. These kind of reactions can cause and influence the result. So, and we all, not only players, but when you are in football, you have to realize when in these kind of games, tough games, you must know that these small details and these small reactions, they can influence the result, and then you can win or lose games. So, you know, this is kind of thing that the players get by experience. This is kind of thing that the players get by working hard, training hard, improving. And certainly after making these kind of mistakes, they have to realize that, okay, it must not happen again. So this is how it goes with football. So now, for us, the only one way in the football, like continue working hard, continue improving, hoping for the best, and going into the next game and fighting for the points. This is how it is in football. That's the only way. You know, again, speaking of ISL format, which is like a short league, and I think that not a one player in this ISL format can be on top level, because you have a large break between the seasons. The players have no possibilities to maintain their best shape. Then in the short term, when they train and play the games every 3 days, in one moment, these players will feel fatigue. These players will feel the moment they need to refresh. They need to, let's say, sit down and take rest. And for some of those players, it's good when they miss at least one game in this league. So, of course, for them is the moment now. They get these yellow cards, they will take a rest, and they will be ready for the next games. And in the football team, when in the squad, you have the players. So now it's up to other players to show their qualities. I believe in them. I believe that all of them, they have qualities to perform. So that's how it is. So I will not complain about missing someone, or there are some other players they will have to play to show themselves, to bring something extra to this team. Again, hoping for the best and hoping for good results. So whoever comes later on the pitch, we believe in him.